King Rahugana of the state of Sauvira became completely aware of the constitutional position of the soul. He thus gave up the bodily conception completely. My dear king, whoever takes shelter of the servant of the Lord is certainly glorified, because he can without difficulty give up the bodily conception of life. CC Madhya 1380. So please respond. After receiving the lesson from the great devotee Jadabharat, King Rahugana of the state of Sauvira became completely aware of the constitutional position of the soul. He thus gave up bodily conception completely. My dear king, whoever takes shelter of the servant of the Lord is certainly glorified, because he can without difficulty give up the bodily conception. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Stated in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 22:54, Sadhu Sangha Sarva Shastra kahe, Lavamatra Sadhu Sangha Sarva Siddhi hoy. It is the fact that if one takes shelter of a pure devotee, one attains all perfection. Even if the association is a short one, a sadhu is a pure devotee of the Lord. It has been our practical experience that the first instruction of our spiritual master infused us with Krishna consciousness, so that now we are at least on the path of Krishna consciousness and can understand the philosophy. As a result, there are many devotees engaged in this Krishna consciousness movement. The whole world is revolving under the bodily conception. Therefore, there must be a devotee all over the world to deliver people from the false bodily conception and fully engage them in Krishna consciousness. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnana Anjana Salakaya Chakkurinumilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Pri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jana Bhutale Soyam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Jutapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaisnavanam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Shri Raghunatham Vitantam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalitam Savisatam Vitam Cha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisya Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaskute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatrivascha Kurpa Sindhu Vaivacha Patitanam Pavanabhya Vaishnavya Namo Nama Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Samiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pasat Desatari. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. So thank you very much for attending Srimad Bhagavatam class. So as we have been discussing about how the Jadabhara, the pure devotee of the Lord, is enlightening Rahugan in the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. In last two classes we have learned that Rahugan realized that he has offended a devotee. A devotee is not to be seen but to be heard. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati say that, Prabhupada says that a devotee not to be seen but to be heard. That is realization. So his last two classes we understood that how offense to the devotee is very grave. And yesterday we also learned that Jadabharat forgiven the offense of the Rahugan, because devotees are titiksha. So many verses Prabhu quoted Bhagavatam, so we learned that. Now today, continuing with that, here it is saying that Sukadeva Goswami is saying that after receiving the lesson, Rahugana become completely aware of the constitutional position of the soul. So it is very important that how the devotee association, Gargantuan benefit of devotee association. Why? Because everybody is born ignorance. Everybody is born ignorance. Avidya kama karmibhi. So here it is stated that everybody from the beginning, we all are taken birth in avidya without any knowledge. So in this verse, Kunti Devi is very nicely speaking. Avidya kama karmibhi. So 1835 verses, Kunti Devi is speaking about that everybody is born in these things. What is that? That bhavesmin kilasmya mananam avidya kama karmibhi sravana smaranahani karishyan iti keshchana. So here it says that yet others say you appeared in order to renovate devotional service of hearing, remembering, worshipping, in order that conditioned soul suffering from material pangs might take advantages. So everybody in avidya kama karmi. Due to ignorance, we are now entrapped in this material world. We are entrapped in this material world and suffering. The Chaitanya Chaitamrita, it is stated by Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami has stated very nicely that due to this ignorance, what we have done, that we have come to this material world. Due to this ignorance, Krishna bhuli jiva anadi bahirmukha ateva mayatare dehe sansara dukha. Forgetting Krishna, living entity, has been attracted by external feature of time memorial. Therefore, illusory energy gives him all kind of misery in his material existence. So we have forgotten our constitutional position as a servant of the Lord. We have forgotten that constitutional position as a spirit soul. Therefore, we have been tortured. And irony is that we do not know even that we have been trapped. We do not know that. Prabhu used to quote these verses 5:5:16. We do not know that. So how the sadhu sangha come into the picture? Before that, we should have a prelude that how we have been so much entrapped. Due to ignorance, the materialistic person does not know anything about his real self-interest, the auspicious path in life. He is simply bound to material enjoyment by lusty desire. That is what Kunti Devi mentioned. Avidya kama karvi. Due to ignorance, they are lusty desire. They want to material enjoyment. So therefore, they are entrapped with material activities and footive activities, action, reaction, action, reaction. And all his plans are made for this purpose. You see the materialistic person, they talk, this is investment, that investment, so much about, they talk about how to material enjoyment, how to ameliorate the material conditioning, how to augment their financial situation. Such a person creates a society of envy due to this mentality. He plunges into the ocean of suffering. Such foolish person does not even know about this. That is the irony, that even the person do not know they are diseased, they are entrapped pathetically in this obnoxious material existence, undergoing the cycle of vicious cycle of repeated birth and death. They do not know. And a person also, supposing somehow or another he knows that, no, there is something wrong. Something wrong. There must be some deeper purpose of life. Now, because our society, our friends, social media has painted the success or goal of human form of life, material achievement. But in some point of time, we get frustrated because it will not give satisfaction. You cannot solve the material problem with material solution. So therefore, sometimes we think, we contemplate that there must be some deeper purpose of life. Even the person is somehow frustrated trying, still he cannot get out. These are beautiful verses. Because we have been so much trapped with avidya. This is 11:20-10. So very nice verses is there. So how systematically, how we are entrapped by, and now you cannot get out also. First of all, we do not know, somehow and other, because of the frustration, because the reversal of the life, because the adversity of this material existence, material life, Somehow or another we came to know that this is not done. There must be something deeper purpose. The material solution is not. Material solution to my material problem is more complex, Jai Shri Radha Madan. So in this verse it says, Anadi avidya yuktasya purusha atma vedanam sotona sambhadanyas tattagya jnanodho bhavet. Here it is said that because a person who has been covered by ignorance since time immemorial is not capable of effecting his own self-realization. There must be some other personality who is in factual knowledge of the absolute truth can impart this knowledge to him. See, very systematically. Even a person come to know because of frustration of the material life, still he cannot get out. Why? Because he has been trapped since time immemorial. He cannot. The Prahlad Maharaj also speaking to his father Hiranyakashipu that you cannot get out. Sir, it is not possible for you to get out. See, this is very systematically, these verses are quoted, we have learned. Prahlad was Matinna Krishna Parata Swatava Mithopi Padyate Grihavatana Andanta Govi Visantam Tamisram Punna Punna Charvitam Charvanana. Prahlad Maharaj replied, because of their uncontrolled sense, person too addicted to the materialistic life make progress toward hellish condition, repeatedly chew that which has been already chewed. Their inclination towards Krishna are never aroused either by instruction of other, by their own effort, or by a combination of both. See, even after Rahugan could not make himself liberated, could not realize himself about the conception of life, purpose of the life, about self-realization. He needs somebody. He needs some help. There comes the spiritual master. There comes the necessity, absolute necessity of spiritual master. There comes the absolute necessity of the pure devotees of the Lord to get us out. First of all, we should know the bodily conception of life. To get out from this bodily conception of life, we need somebody else. We need a help. We cannot do ourselves. So therefore, it is stated that we need the absolute necessity of tad vijnanarartham swagurum eva vigyachat. There must be. We must approach. Tadvidi pranipatena preparation. We need an association of people. Just like Arjuna, yesterday Prabhu telling. Arjuna was in ignorance, is illusion. Dehatma buddhi, jasyatma buddhi. He was thinking that he is my kin, he is my kith. How can I fight? So, but he immediately Tisyatehem sadhimam prapanam. Unless he approached, he was not got enlightenment. You have to approach a spiritual master to get enlightened. Then after that, he understood pariprasana means is questioning. Sarvanam kirtanam, pariprasana means ravanam kirtanam. You have to hear, you have to question. This process will go on. And when you will process, then you have to accept it. Sarvametam rityam manam. After you accepting, you have to act it also. Not that I heard very nicely from Krishna. Arjuna said, let's not fight. Let's pack up. Let's go back. No. Karishya vachanata. These are the process of unrealizing spiritual knowledge. But for that purpose, you need a guru. You need a devotees who will enlighten us. So therefore, it is said that this transcendental knowledge is very important. Very important. Prabhupada said that first thing in Krishna consciousness is knowledge. Otherwise, you will be deviated. So Lord Shiva is speaking very nicely. Shreyasam hiya sarvenam jnanam nishresham param. Sukham tarati dusparam jnananor vyasan annavam. So here it is, Lord Shiva saying, in this material world, there are different type of achievements. Somebody is achieving in cricket, somebody achieving in sports. So many department of things are there. But here the highest achievement is that all of them achievement of knowledge is considered to be highest. Because one can cross the ocean of nescience only on the boat of knowledge. Otherwise, the ocean is impassable. This is what Rahugana is very much indebted. Why? Because he got this, he received this transcendental knowledge. It's the highest achievement. Therefore, all the scripture categorically proclaiming that sadhu sangha, sarva shastra kahe, lavamatra sadhu sangha, sarva siddhi. Highest perfection is that the sadhu sangha. Because why? Sadhu will impart us the knowledge. Sadhu sangha does not mean that just like gossiping and all, chit-chatting, ideal talk, politics, sociology. No. Sadhu sangha means there is a Sravanam Kirtanam. It's a discussion about Madachita Madagata Prana Bodhoyanti Parasparam Kathayanta Chamam Nityam Tushtanti Cha Ramanti Cha. So therefore it is very important. This knowledge is very important. Without knowledge, first thing is knowledge. Prabhupada says that those who are not good in knowledge means he cannot follow me. He is not my disciple also, one time he told. So here it is said the same thing, that Jnanam, Lord Brahma is speaking, that transcendental knowledge in relationship with Supreme Lord is a knowledge of resulting in complete suspension of the waves and whirlpool of material modes. So now we are entrapped due to ignorance. Yaha samahita jivam dehatma, yaha samahita javam. Vasudev says that because of this illusion we are trapped, we are thinking I am the product of this material world. I am the Lord of what I review. So here it is said that this transcendental knowledge, what it will resulting the complete suspension of the waves and whirlpool of the material modes. And such knowledge is self-satisfying due to being free from material attachment and being transcendental. It is approved by authority. See, and who could fail to be attracted? A devotee, if he is not interested to getting this, receiving this knowledge, he will remain in neophyte level, even though he may join so many years. Therefore, this knowledge is very important. Prabhupada said, first thing is to know. Otherwise, how to? And for getting this knowledge, we need sadhu sangha. We need a devotee association, which is very, very inevitable. Inevitable. If you see Srimad Bhagavatam, for entire Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1 to Canto 12, the sadhu sangha has been very much stressed, very much being emphasized. Because you cannot get this knowledge by other source. Therefore, Krishna says in Chaitanya Charitamrita that and this knowledge is written in the scripture, transcendental knowledge. So Krishna says that Maya Mugdha Jibera Nahi Swartha Krishna Jnana. Krishna Jnana means self-realization, spiritual realization, Krishna consciousness. Maya Mugdha Jibera Nahi Swartha Krishna Jnana. Jibera Sarupa Jibera Kripaya Kaila Krishna Veda Purana. The conditioned soul cannot revive his Krishna consciousness by his own effort. You cannot do that. But out of causeless mercy, Lord Krishna compiled the Vedic literatures, supplement the Purana. Out of his causeless mercy, he compiled Vedeshasam Aham Veda Ved, Vedanta Krit Veda Vidya. I am the compiler of the Vedas. Veda means knowledge. Is coming from Vid, root called Vid means to know, knowledge. Vedanta means ultimate knowledge. So in the next verses, Krishna say, although after he created all these Vedas, supplementary knowledge like Vasudev, Vasudev is the empowered incarnation of the Lord. Krishna is telling, still you cannot understand. You need a guru, you need a shastra, you need sadhu. So here Krishna say, next verse, Shastra Guru Atma Rupe Aponara Janana, Krishna Moro Prabhu Trartha Jibero Hoy Jnana. How we can receive the knowledge? There's so many books are there, Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, in this. We have so many books in the bookshop. You just buy it, or Amazon Kindle, you can download. But can you know that? No, we cannot understand this knowledge without taking shelter of a devotee. Therefore, Krishna also say, Evam Parampara Pata Imam Rajarushabhita Sakalena Mahata Jivanasa Parantapa. Yoganasta Parantap. Here it is said that after you get a books also, there are so many people are reading in India. The highest reader of Bhagavad Gita is India itself. But you see that none of them, as Prabhupada said that those days, Prabhupada time, there were 700 editions of Bhagavad Gita. Now we have 7,000 editions of Bhagavad Gita. But where is Krishna Bhakta? They do not understand the quintessential message of Bhagavad Gita to surrender to Krishna. Sarva dharman parityagam mamekam sa. How many people they know? 99% karma anivadikara. So you do karma, don't expect phala. Anything comes, 5,000 coming, 4,000 coming also, you happy, you enjoy. Spend for yourself. They have no idea. They do not understand why. Disciplic succession. They do not. Even Prabhupada, one time Prabhupada was there. Two Vedantists came to approach Prabhupada. They were talking, and Prabhupada, they were discussing something. Prabhupada said, who is God? No, Prabhupada, we cannot speak like God in one word. It takes time. No, there's so many angles. We have to define the God. It's not in short. Then one of the devotees, what is his name? Saraswati. Devotee is a child. Saraswati, small child. Then Prabhupada asked him, who is God? He immediately said, Krishna is God. Why? Because he is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then he told, okay, you go, I will give you toffee. Because Prabhupada every day he used to give toffee during this Guru Puja. So I will give you toffee, I remember. Then Prabhupada looked at this Vedantist. You say, no, Prabhupada, this is like what this is. This is the conclusion of Shastra. Etacham sakala pumsa Krishna tu Bhagavan Swam. Ishwara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigranadi Radhi Govinda Sarvakana. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Maruta Tanvanti Dibbastavi Vedi Sangha Upanishadar Gayanti Yam Samaga Dhyana Vasishta Tadgatena Manasa Pashanti Jogina Jasantana Vidusura Saragana Devi Tasmenama. Where we have a book we are going to be published. Krishna, so many angles. Everybody is speaking. Brahma is speaking. Lord Shiva is speaking. Everybody is speaking that Krishna is the Supreme God. Ramasambhu Brahmarapati Ganesha Archita Pada Jagannath Swami. He is the Jagannath. He is Krishna. Everybody, Brahma, Indra, Rudra, Maruta, all of them. Krishna himself saying, Mataha Parataram Nanyat Kinchid Asti Dhananjaya. So everybody speaking, Krishna himself speaking, I am the God. Where is the doubt of this? Everybody. Arjuna speaking, Param Brahma, Paramadhama, Pavitram. Who is actually great candidate of understanding Bhagavad Gita? Arjuna. Therefore Krishna chose him. Because he is a friend and devotee. And he himself concluded that Param Brahma, Paramadhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhava. Purusham Sahasrastam Divyam Adi Devam Adam. You are the Supreme Personality of God. Shastra says you have so many incarnations. Kesavadita Meena Sarira, Kesavadita Kurma Sarira, Kesavadita Sukara Rupa, Narsimha Rupa. But finally he is telling, Etachamsa Kalapumsa Krishna tu Bhagavan Swayam. All this incarnation, you are plenary, partial plenary portion, and partial plenary portion of the person, but you are the Swayam Bhagavan. Already Shastra has established that. So there is no question of Therefore, we should understand from the Guru. Otherwise, nobody, 99% of the India, they do not even understand Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, it is said that forgetful conditioned soul is educated by Krishna through the Vedic literature. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is compiled for us how to deliver the mankind from the niche science of material existence. The Prabhupada word, introduction to Bhagavad Gita, as it is. So that is whole idea of Bhagavad Gita. The purpose of Bhagavad Gita to deliver us. We are entrapped pathetically in this material conditioning, undergoing the birth, death, disease, old age. Excruciating, painful. And we cannot surpass. It is said that it is impossible. It cannot be passed by our political maneuvering, by our economic development, by our scientific advancement. We cannot surpass. Howsoever the sophisticated and gorgeous arrangement we create, we cannot. We cannot. There's a verse is there. If you go to other planet also, 10 to 37, you cannot escape death. So we are in a very pathetically, our so-called existence is a non-existential atmosphere. We are threatened by our non-existential atmosphere. Therefore, Krishna says, Dukkhalayam Saswatam. You go to any other planet, up to Brahma Loka, Brahma Bhuvana Alaloka Punaravartinadu. Mam Upetita Kunta, unless you come to me, you cannot get out from this cycle of birth and death. You cannot maintain your status quo as a Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Ambani. You cannot. You cannot maintain the status quo. That is our problem. So this is a flickering happiness. We are fluffing for a few days, but we are bound to be flopped. We are bound to give up everything. Death takes away everything, our association, asset, our position, everything. I may say I am Bill Gates now, but how long I can be Bill Gates? How can I be Steve Jobs? As I used to give example, Steve Jobs, he is a millionaire, trillionaire actually. He was the Apple company owner, but he could not get, when he was hospitalized, 54-year pancreatic cancer suffering, he was hospitalized. And he says that I am a trillion dollar owner. I can buy doctors, I can buy hospitals, I am the success role model, but I could not extend one moment of time, one moment of my life at the cost of $1 trillion. He was very hopeless, and he realized that I should have invested more on spiritual life. Then I was so much overwhelmingly absorbed in augmenting the revenue of the company. I lost waste of time. Sarma evoi kevalam. Shastra says, Sarma evoi kevalam. You are just uselessly labor. Your ROI, return of investment is zero. You are going to die. You cannot take 1 cent with you. Coffin has no pocket. That's what the great Alexander, he showed his hand that coffin has no pocket. I am not going to take anything with me. He told that I have a 3 wish. One of the wish that show my hand, empty hand, like I came empty, I went. And all the doctor also, he has a second wish that doctor should accompany me. That doctor also cannot. The doctor also cannot help us. That is also there. In Bhagavatam, everything is there. Prabhu used to say that there nothing is left. When Prabhupada also say that our knowledge is up to Bhagavatam. Nothing is there that Bhagavatam cannot answer. 7:9:17. Pitaro Narsinga. He says that even a doctor is trying to help patient, but patient dying. Mother is trying to protect his child. Child are having cough, cold, disease, all the things. Boat also, the captain trying to save the boat. Boat also having this problem. Samarth is having cough. So we cannot protect. We cannot protect. Only you have to take shelter of the Lord. So therefore, he says that forgetful conditioned soul is educated by Krishna through the Vedic literature. Realized spiritual master. Spiritual master also, you have to be very careful. Nowadays, every Tom, Dick and Harry, India, every 1 kilometer, they are claiming, I am the spiritual master. I am the guru. I am the representative. That has to be very much, who is guru, that has to be. Here it is said that forgetful conditioned soul is educated by Krishna through Vedic literature, realized spiritual master, and the super soul. Krishna himself, super soul, gives the direction. Through this, he can understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead as he is. He can understand that Lord Krishna is the eternal master and deliverer from the clutches of Maya. In this way, one can acquire the real knowledge of his conditioned life. This is what Raghugana is now in these verses. The first 2 lines is that he is now educated by the Jada Bharat about the knowledge about the conditioned life, knowledge about the self-realization, can come to understand how to attain liberation. Therefore, it is absolute necessity of association of the devotees. Association of devotees. Absolute necessity. We cannot, as we have been reading so many verses, that we ourselves cannot get out from this material entanglement. We need help. Therefore, there is a absolute necessity, and there is a gargantuan benefit of association of devotees. So we will go through the entire 12 canto. Every cantos of Bhagavatam is actually stressing this point of association. You see, Bhagavad Gita also evolved on this point when the protagonist Arjuna was an illusion and he took shelter of the Krishna. Sishyateham sadhimam. Then he got the knowledge. He realized and he became a perfect devotee. And Bhagavatam is evolved when this death-bound King Parikshit approached a great pure devotee, young devotee of the Krishna, pure devotee, Sukadev Goswami, and asking questions that he was caused to die within 7 days. He was asked, he very nicely asking, see, every canto you see that there is an absolute necessity of 1937, I think. So, absolute necessity of the spiritual master. Ataha prichami samsiddhim yoginam paramam gurum. See, yoginam paramam guru. Purushehasta yat karyam vriyamanasya sarvata. So here it is said that you are the spiritual master of great saints and devotees. I am therefore begging you to show the way of perfection for all persons, especially for one who is about to die. Now he is asking, he was caused to die within 7 days. Then he was asking that I need, because I need association. Therefore he is telling, you are the great devotee, I need your association. I am asking this question, pariprasena, pranipata, then pariprasena come. Immediately he is asking this question. Mriyamanam means who is going to, person who is about to die, how he can get out from this. What is his position? What is his duty? That is important. Everybody should ask this question. Therefore, everybody should approach a spiritual master, associated devotees, because that is main thing. Prabhupada says that what is meaning by death? What is meaning by old age? Old age means nearing to death. Who is not nearing to death? This is uncertain. Vishwasa, what is that? Bilbhai Mangala Thakur will say, Vishwasa nahi Vishwasa, Nishwasa nahi Vishwasa. There is no faith on the Nishwasa, your breathing process. Kadaruddha bhavishyati, anytime it can stop. Kirtaniya sadahari. Therefore, always you chant, always you engage. So, we do not know any time it will terminate. Any time. It is stated in this beautiful verse, any time. Therefore, one should approach a spiritual master. So, Bhagavatam is involved on this point when Sukadev Parikshit Maharaj is asking the death-bound king, asking a young pure devotee of the Lord, what is the real? So, in this association, he is getting the knowledge. He is getting knowledge, whole Bhagavatam is spoken. He is getting the knowledge how to get out from this. Therefore, the association of devotee is absolute necessity, inevitable. So then we can see that Narada Muni life also. There are so many. In Narada Muni life also, you see that Narada Muni in previous life is a maid servant. Is a maid servant son, maid servant son. So in Chaturmasa, the Chaturmasa going on during Shravana 4 months, and some saints, some saintly people, they do not preach actually because of rain season. They stay in one house, they do the Shravan Kirtan. That time his mother was serving them, and their remnant of the food, by taking the remnant of the prasadam food, Narada Muni got the transcendental realization, and next life he become Narada. This is stated in Bhagavatam in 1.5.25. So Narada Muni is speaking to Vasudev regarding how he became Narada by association of devotee. So in these verses you can see that Uchista lepana anumodita dijjo sakrit smahunjetad apastakil vishaha. So here it is said that once only by their permission I took the remnant of their food. By so doing, all my sins were at once eradicated. Thus being engaged, I become purified in my heart. At that time, the very nature of transcendentalist become attractive to me. Once only, how much lavamatra sadhu sangha sarvasatra. Very, very, even khenadha, what to lavamatra. Yesterday we learnt a verse which is say that even a half a moment, Nimi Maharaj is speaking to Navajogendra. Even a half a moment, what to speak of moment? Moment is 1/12 second. 1/12 by half, 1/6. 1/6 second, second, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 seconds, just like. How much it is? Therefore, it is said that one time Prabhupada was going to somewhere, Caracas or something, flight. And Prabhupada, as devotee, should not take anything outside. So, flight, all the food. Prabhupada never liked. So, he used to bring the popped rice. He liked popped rice. He was taking popped rice. One of the crew, he wanted to, she was very surprised what they are eating. She wanted to take something. And Prabhupada passed a little bit of the popped rice. After a few years, devotee went to that some village in Brazil, and he knocked the door because book distribution program. He knocked the door. He went there. He saw that Prabhupada singing is going on, Hare Krishna, books are there. Then she found a lady. Then found out, how you know that you forget that I met your spiritual master Srila Prabhupada while he was flying, and he passed me that muri. Somehow something happened, realization, I am come in contact with this Krishna consciousness, and I am practicing it. Lavamatra sadhu sangha, muri passing also. See? Therefore, it is said that it's not like a sentimental statement. It is Shastra say that there are 3 things is very powerful. Bhakta pada dhuli, bhakta pada jol, bhakta bhukta aveshesha, seitine bol. Sishyantya actually. So it is stated that bhakta pada dhuli, bhakta ara bhakta pada jol, bhakta bhukta aveshesha. That is called prasadam. Bhakta bhukta aveshesha. See, the dust of the feet of the devotee, the water that has washed the feet of a devotee, and remnant food left by a devotee are 3 powerful. Bhakta Bhukta Avasesa Ehi Tina Bol. Bhakta Pada Jol, Bhakta Pada Dhuli, Bhakta Bhukta Avasesa Ehi Tine Bol. Ehi Tino Seva. হইতে কৃষ্ণা প্রেম হয় এই তিন সেবা কৃষ্ণ প্রেম হয় পুণ্য পুণ্য সর্বশাস্ত্র পুরো কিয়া কহে very nice pukaria means I think proclaiming declare loudly proclaiming loudly. See here, very nice. By rendering service to these three, one attains the supreme goal of ecstatic love for Krishna in all revealed scripture that is loudly declared again and again. We'll go through the first canto 1 to canto 12. All this is in all revealed scripture that loudly declared. You can Bhagavatam also, you see that. We'll go through a little bit of an whole canto, there is the association of devotee there. Now we are talking about canto 1. You see there's a beautiful verses Vidura is speaking to, Yudhishthira Maharaj speaking to Budira. Tulyama lavene pina sargam napur bhavam bhagavat sangi sangasya martanam kinushya. The value of moment association with the devotee of the Lord cannot be compared with the value of attaining heavenly planet, revelation from the matter, what to speak about worldly benediction in the form of material prosperity, which are those who are meant for that. Which are meant for that. Little bit of association. See, then canto 2. Canto 2, we will see that the devotee association. It's a very nice verse. This is a. He says that all the different kind of worshipper, multi-demigods can attain the highest perfectional benediction, which is spontaneous attraction for unflinchingly fixed upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead, only by the association of pure devotee of the Lord. That is the height of all statement. All the demigods, they will get the love of Godhead by association. You see, the position of the pure devotee is so high. Therefore, Lord says that aham mi bhakta parajnaya swatantra ivadidya. Therefore, Lord says, I am controlled by my devotee. See how exalted Madhavakta Pujyadika. So, Lord is now putting the highest pedestal to the devotee of the Lord. The tomorrow Lord appearance day, very auspicious, august auspicious day. What is the purpose of the Lord come? Do you think that he needs to come? Although he said that paritranaya sadhuna vinasya duskitam. And this paritranaya sadhuna, chanting of Hare Krishna and his devotee like Prabhupada, they can do all acharya. And vinasya duskritam can be done by his agent Maya Devi. Durga Devi is there. And he is a Paramatma also. He will not, he just switch up the heart. That's gone, Switch up, that's all. Dasyeka nissasita kalam athavalamba jivantilama vilada jagadannanatha Vishnuriha dasyakala vishesa Govindamadi Purusha. By his breathing process, inhaling, exhaling, millions of trillions of universes coming out and winding up. Why he needs to come for one of the universe and one demon like Kamsa, Ravana, etc.? Is this a necessity? No. There is no necessity of the necessity Lord. But he comes for one purpose. To give pleasure to these pure devotees. That is confirmed by Brahmaji when he is speaking that this verse. Then put prapancham nisprapancham tam vedam vayase bhutale. This is verse. Prapanam janathananda sodaham pratiham prabhu. See, my dear master, although you have nothing to do with material existence, sir, you have nothing to do with. You are Supreme Lord. Why you have to come for Ravana and insignificant? No. Insignificant. Like Nrsimhadev come like a wasp, like demon like wasp, You come to this earth and imitate material life just to expand the varieties of ecstatic enjoyment of your surrendered devotees. That is the whole idea. That is the confidential region of Lord descends. The confidential region. Devotee. For the sake of devotee, he comes. Therefore, how much exalted. And now, Canto 3, if you see, Kapila Dev is speaking about Canto 3, how the devotee association to devotee. 325, 20 will go. So, Kapila Dev is saying how devotee association is very, very important. So, it is said that Prabhupada, this is a very important verse that Prabhupada quoted. This verses is most 2 times is quoted, 320, 355 also. Prasangam ajassam pasam atmanah kavaya vidhu. Soiva sadhu sukrita. This word Prabhupada, you see, you can quote it, many quotes. You can see Soiva sadhu sukrita moksha dvaram aparvitam. What is this Gargantuan benefit? What is the benefit of being associating with devotees? He says that every learned man knows very well that attachment for the material is the greatest entanglement of the spirit soul. But the same attachment, when applied to the self-realized devotee, open the door of liberations. See? Same attachment. Everybody has got the attachment. 11, 21, 24, 11, 5, 11. That we have a natural proclivity for all this material attachment. By birth, human birth. But that attachment we redirect to the self-realized devotee. Then path of Privila, aparvitam. What is that? Moksha dharam aparvitam. The moksha dhara will. Not only that, he goes on saying that engage constantly in chanting, hearing about me, Supreme Personality of God, it is sadhu, do not suffer. No, another verses is there. Satang prasangam mama veda sambindam. See, in these verses also, again substantiated that Satang prasangam mama veda sambinda bhavanti hitkanna rasayana katha tajasana dasu apavarga vartamani sadharatir bhakti anukarmishati. The Gargantuan benefit is that in the association of pure devotee, discussion of the pastime activity of Supreme Personality of Godhead is very pleasing and satisfying to the ear and the heart. By cultivating such knowledge, one gradually becomes advanced in the path of liberation. Thereafter, he is freed and his attraction becomes fixed. Real devotion and devotional service begin. Bhakti Mula Karana, we will go to that verse 22, 83 and all later. But we will finish all the 12 canto where the devotee association is there. So here it is said that Kapil Dev, that devotee association is very nice. Therefore, Prabhupada says that the transcendental knowledge cannot be achieved by alone. It has to be achieved. You can understand the transcendental knowledge in association of devotee. Not only that, it is very realizable with association of devotee. Not only that, the Gargantuan benefit is that there are 3 things is happening. What is that? The 3 things happening. Shraddha, Rati, Bhakti, Anukramishati. By suspending the webs and willful of material existence. Apavarga. Pavarga, pavarga. Pa means pa, pa, ba, ba, all this material existence. Apavarga means the opposite of the Jai Sri Radha. So now we will speak about in 3rd canto. Let's go to 4th canto, Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj is speaking how he is asking Lord some benediction. Na? So he is asking them, I want one thing, my Lord. He told, I don't want anything, a material thing, but I want one thing. What is that? Bhakti muhu pravahatam toi me prasanga vyad ananta mahatam amalasyamanam. So here Dhruva Maharaj is telling, oh unlimited Lord, kindly bless me so that I may associate with great devotees who engage in your transcendental loving service constantly, as the waves of river constantly flow. Such transcendental devotees are completely situated in an uncontaminated state of life. By the process of devotional service, I shall surely be able to cross the assigned portion of material existence, which is filled with waves of blazing fire like dangers. Beautiful. It will be very easy for me. I am becoming mad to hear about your transcendental quality and pastime, which are eternally existent. So here telling, sir, Prabhupada, the purport you see Prabhupada writing. So the significant point in Dhruva Maharaj's statement is that he wanted the association of pure devotee. Transcendental devotional service cannot be complete, cannot be realizable without association of devotee. Prabhupada. We have therefore established International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Anyone who is trying to aloof from the Krishna Conscious Society yet engage in Krishna Consciousness is living in great hallucination. Without association of devotees, for this is not possible. From the statement of Dhruva Maharaj, one is clear, unless one is associated with devotee, his devotional service does not mature. Those people are trying to become a devotee in the house, not coming to the temple, attending the program. They are in hallucination. Their devotional service does not make, it doesn't become distinct from material activities. The Lord says that Satang Prasangam, only in association of pure devotee can word of Lord Krishna will fully potent and realizable to the heart and ear. Dhruva Maharaj explicitly wanted the association of devotee. This association in devotional activity is just like a waves of an incessantly flowing river in our Krishna consciousness. So here, very nice. Mayavadi philosopher, Prabhupada says that Mayavadi philosopher may question us, you may be very happy in association of devotee. But what is your plan of crossing the ocean? Crossing the ocean, you are happy, chanting, jumping, taking prasadam, very blissful. But what about crossing the ocean of material existence? Dhruva Maharaj's answer is that it is not very difficult. No, sir, it is very easy. How? He clearly said that this ocean can be crossed very easily, but one simply becomes mad to hear the glories of the Lord. Bhagavat Guna Katha. This is important. And Bhagavad Guna Katha cannot hear from the chai wala or grocery wala, rickshaw wala. You can hear from the devotees. Hear from devotees. Therefore, even this Prithu Maharaj, yes, sir, I want free benediction also. Everybody you are giving, why not me also? He said that very nicely. I think this. Then, my dear Lord, I therefore do not wish to have benediction of merging into your existence. People are interested in merging into existence. A benediction which there is no existence of the nectarian beverage of your lotus feet. I want the benediction of at least 1 million of years, for thus I may be able to hear about the glories of your lotus feet from the mouth of your pure devotee. See? Again, this Prithu Maharaj is telling. And the next verse is also very important verse. Prabhupada quote this verse. That Sautama Shloke Mahan Mukha. My dear Lord, you are glorified by the selected verses uttered by great personality. Such glorification of your lotus feet is just like a saffron particles. When the transcendental vibration from the mouth of great devotee carries the aroma of the saffron dust of your lotus feet, the forgetful living entity gradually remembers his material, his eternal relationship with you. Devotee thus gradually come to the right conclusion about the value of life. My dear Lord, I therefore do not need any other benediction, but the opportunity to hear from the mouth of your pure devotee. See? They do not want to hear Prabhupada. They are writing their own books, all the things. See, pure devotee. This is Prithu Maharaj. Then we can go to the Prachetas. Lord Shiva, this Prachetas in this 420 also, the Prachetas is there. Prachetas, where this is 56, I think. No, where is it? If one by chance associate with a devotee, Lord Shiva is speaking to Prachetas. Even for a fraction of moment, he no longer is subject to the attraction by the result of karma or jnana. What interest there can have any benediction in the benediction of demigods who are subject to law of birth and death? See, people are going to benediction, demigods, departmental store. I want so many house is the departmental store of demigods. Everybody asking something. But what is this? They are still subject to law of birth and death, that benediction. But here it is said that by association of devotee, by chance, even for a fraction of moment, that is Lord Shiva to Prachetas. Prachetas is also speaking. And in fifth canto in the beginning only, we can see that Rishabhadeva is speaking about the association. Mahatseva dvaram hur vimukta. See? Mahatseva dvaram ahur vimukta tamadvaram joshitam sangitam mahanta samachita prasatma vimanaya ve suhidda sadavahe. So here it is said that one can attain path of liberation from material bondage only by rendering service to the highly advanced spiritual personality. See, this is what they conclude. Rishabhadeva is speaking. Then in 5 canto, this our Prahlad Maharaj is speaking also in 5 canto. He is speaking in 5 canto. He is speaking in other places also. 7 canto. Prahlad Maharaj speak that my dear Lord, we pray that we may never feel attraction for the prison of family life consisting of home, wife, children, friends, bank balance, relative, and so on. If you do have some attachment, let it be for devotees. See, let it be for devotees. Not that bank, my wife, my son, I, me, my platform, all the things. Person who is actually self-realized, who has controlled the mind, is perfectly satisfied with the bare necessity of life. He does not try to gratify sense. Such a person quickly advances in Krishna consciousness. Whereas others who are too attached to material things find advancement is difficult. If you want spiritual advancement, we need a devotee. That is the statement of Prahlad Maharaj. Even 5th canto also, resident of Jambudip, Prahlad Maharaj is speaking. Even next verses is very important, 5, 18, 11. Yes, sang labda nijavarya vaibham tirtham muhu sampristam hi manasam. So here saying that, so sometimes people ask that how you can get bhakti. This is the formula of getting bhakti. So you have to approach a person who is already that bhakti. By associating with person from whom the Supreme Personality of God and Mukunda is all in all, one can hear his powerful activities and soon come to understand them. The activities of Mukunda are so potent that simply by hearing them, one immediately associates with Lord. For a person who constantly and very eagerly hears the narration of the Lord's powerful activity, the absolute truth, personality Godhead in the form of sound vibration, enter within the heart, cleanses all contamination. On the other hand, although bathing in the Ganges diminishes bodily contamination and infection, this process of visiting holy place can clean the heart of only after a long time. So he's telling who is the sane man who will not associate with devotees to quickly perfect his life. See, this is the statement of Prahlad Maharaj. In 6th canto is Azamil. Azamil also. See, Azamil also speaking about very nice. He says that because of the moment association with devotee, Vishnudita, Azamil detached himself from the material consistent life with determination, thus freed from all material attraction. He immediately started for Varida. See, Vishnudita, he was so sinful. He was about to be taken. Somehow he uttered the name inadvertently, the name of Narayan. But Vishnudita immediately come, and that association transformed him, and he immediately went to Haridwar and practiced. That is the whole canto of Bhagavatam. You see that story, and even in first canto, I think 6, 1 chapter also somewhere there, 17 or 16. You see 16. There, where it is said that the devotee association is. 16 you will see. 6:1:16 also it is there. How important devotee is association. My dear king, if a sinful person engage in the service of a bona fide devotee of the Lord, thus learn how to dedicate life into lotus feet of Krishna, he can be completely purified. One cannot be purified merely by undergoing austerity, penance, brahmachari and other method of atonement I have previously described. Therefore, next verse is Keschit Kabalaya Bhaktya. 6th canto, others approach 6th canto is Vrithasur. The Vrithasur is the 4th sloka, they are called second Bhagavatam. Second Chatur Shloki, they say. 6, 11, 24 to 27. In last verses, he spoke about very nicely. Last verses, he said that, "Oh my Lord, my Master, I am wandering throughout the material world as a result of my fruitive activities. Therefore, I simply seek friendship in the association of your pious, enlightened devotees. My attachment to my body, wife, children, home is continuing by the spell of your material energy. But I used to be attached to them no longer. Let my mind, my consciousness, everything I have attached only to you." This is Vritasur. Prithu Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, Narada Muni, all this Parikit Maharaj, Prithu Maharaj. Seventh canto is our Prahlad Maharaj. 7th canto is profusely given. He has spoken 7, 10, I think. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, my dear Prahlad. No, 7, 10, 18. No. 7, 9, 18. Prahlad Maharaj is speaking. He is asking some benediction. So, "Oh my Lord Nrsimhadev, by engaging your transcendental loving service in the association of devotees who are liberated soul, answers, I shall become completely uncontaminated by the association of 3 modes of material nature. Be able to chant glories of your Lordship, who are so dear to me. I shall chant your glories following exactly in the footstep of Lord Brahma and his disciplic successor. In this way, I shall undoubtedly able to cross the ocean of initiation. Yes, undoubtedly. Tadera charana sevi bhakta sane ba jivane jivane hoye, janame hoye ye virat. So the same thing is there. Seventh is only Parikya, Prahlad, I think, yes. My dear Lord, now I have complete experience concerning the worldly opulences, mystic power, longevity, other material opulences, material pleasure enjoyed by all living entity. From Lord Brahma down to ant, its powerful time, you destroy them all. Therefore, because of my experience, I do not wish to possess them. My dear Lord, I request you to place me in the torch with your pure devotee. Let me serve him as a sincere servant. See, Prahlad Maharaj. Eighth canto, I don't know. Gajendra, you'll see how eighth canto. Gajendra is, the verse is there, forget. This is his verse. So Gajendra is speaking that ekantina jasya kanchana artham vachantiya vai bhagavata prapana. Again, Bhagavad Prapana. So in this eighth canto, you can see that unalloyed devotee who have no desire other than to serve the Lord, worship him in full surrender, always hear and chant about his activity, which are most wonderful and auspicious. Though they always merge in an ocean of transcendental bliss. Such devotee never ask Lord for any benediction. I, however, am in danger. Thus I pray to that Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is eternally existing, who is invisible, who is the Lord of all great personalities, such as Brahma, who is available only by transcendental bhakti yoga. Being extremely subtle, he is beyond the reach of my senses, transcendental to all external realization. He is unlimited, his original cause. He is completely full in everything. I offer my obeisance. I think this is not much here, but he is glorifying the pure devotee. Eight chapter, 8th canto, 9th canto also. 10th canto, 10th canto is about the, we can go to 10th canto, 10:41. This Narada Muni, how Nalakubera and all. When one is face to face with sun, there is no longer darkness for one eye. Similarly, one is face to face with sadhu, a devotee who is determined and surrendered to Supreme Personality of Godhead. One will no longer subject to material bondage. That is spoken by the Krishna. That no longer. So that this two person, Nalakubera Manigruva, they have a little association. They are even cursed by. Actually, the benediction lies in cursing also from the pure devotees. Therefore, he was telling that how the mercy actually lies in the curse. 11:26 how the devotees, given 1:13:23, how Vidura came. Vidura has no intention to return to Hastinapur because he was kicked out by Duryodhana. So why he came? Just to deliver his brother. And in the midnight, he told, you are like a dog, so better you leave. So midnight, overnight, and in the midnight, everybody sleeping, all left to the forest. Therefore, it 11:26 that their course also will. Therefore, association is very important. Then in 10th canto, there is a Sutadev is there. That's Prabhu quoted this verse last time. 50. You see, Sutadev meeting the Brahmanas, and he spoke. Lord spoke to Brahmanas about the glories of the things. See, so in these verses, Supreme Lord says, "My dear Brahmana, you should know that these great sages have come here just to bless you. They travel throughout the world with me, purifying them with the dust of their feet." The next verses also, Lord has glorified the one can gradually become purified by seeing, touching, worshipping temple deities, place of pilgrimage in holy rivers. But one can attain same result immediately simply by receiving the glance, even the glance, just see the glance of the exalted sages is so purifying effect that one can immediately attain the same result of going to pilgrimage, Vrindavan, Mayapur, we are going, but worshipping temple deities, all the things, How much it is? It is stated also, the same verses also stated in chapter 1, 119:33. It is said that simply by your remembering you, our house become instantly sanctified. And what to speak of seeing you, touching you, washing your holy feet, offering you a seat in our home. So this is also same thing is there. 10th canto. And 10th canto, and 11th canto is full of. 11th canto, yesterday Prabhu showed these verses. 11th canto, Navajogendra Swan. Navajogendra, Nimi Maharaj is speaking to Navajogendra. So this verses is called Khena Adha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that Khena. Here Khena Adha. Khena Adha means half a moment. Therefore, a completely sinless one. I ask you to kindly tell me what Supreme God is. After all, even half a moment association with pure devotee within the world of birth and death is a priceless treasure for any man. Half a moment association. This is also quoted in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Very 22 will go there. Finish 11 canto, 11, 26, 11 canto. Prabhu quoted 5-4 verses also. That sadhu association is very, very important. 11, 11, 25, 48. One who has obtained pure devotional service by association with my devotee, always engage in worshipping me. Thus he very easily goes to my abode, which is revealed by my pure devotee. See, it cannot be revealed. Kingdom of the Godhead cannot be revealed by just like Prabhupada. We are doing Jhulan Jatra, and Jhulan Jatra is very confidential, intimate pastime. We are not even qualified for that. But somehow or another, Prabhupada revealed it, the abode, the pastime, so that we can get attracted to him. We can get attracted to him. So this is revealed by pure devotee. For 7 days we are not coming to temple. One day directly from Maya consciousness to Vrindavan, Kamyavan consciousness, going to Pura Jhulan Jatra. How it is possible? This is a very flickering sentiment, very flickering sentiment. This will not stay. After the festival, it will cease. Radhe Radhe complete. Radhe Aparad. Immediately will cease all the flickering state. It will not stay. It has no endurance. Somehow or another, revealed by pure devotee, so that we will be attracted. So again, this 48, 11, 11, 48, it is said that this is a very nice verse. See, prayana bhakti yogana satsangena vinodadhava. See, satsangena, without satsanga, my dear Uddhava, I am personally the ultimate shelter and way of life of saintly liberated person. Thus, if one does not engage in my loving devotional service, which is made possible by associating with my devotees, see, then for all practical purpose, one possesses no effective means from escaping from material existence. Well, legislated, no? Legislated, like. Legislated, without devotional, they are the conduit of bhakti. They are the carrier of bhakti. Like a copper carrying the electricity. So in these verses also said, devotee of the Lord peacefully fixed in absolute knowledge are the ultimate center of those who are repeatedly rising, falling within the fearful ocean of material life. Such devotees are just like a strong boat that comes to rescue persons who are at the point of drowning. So here it is said that everybody is thrown into the ocean of material nescience. Sansara Sindhu Ati Dussajya. So, like Prabhu was giving class now, 3 ropes. 3 guna also called 3 ropes. Guna also called rope. Tepis tantram urudam nivamna. Supposing you have been tied with 3 ropes thrown into the ocean, middle of the Atlantic Ocean. How can you get it? But devotees are so merciful, they leave this boat. Devotees are just like a strong boat that comes to rescue a person who are at the point of drowning. We are point of drowning. They come and pick up. That is the devotee association. We are like this. We are drowning actually. Tepishatantra urdhamni, we are drowning. Samasritat padapallama. Then here it is said that my devotee bestow divine eyes, whereas sun allows only external sight. That only when it is rising in the sky. My devotee are one real worshipful deity, real family. They are one's own self. Ultimately, they are non-different from me. So Lord has already spoken at length about whole Bhagavatam. Even there is a verse is there, 12, 20, 25 somewhere. It is said that again devotee association. And all canto from 1 to 12. So finally, before we will go to the 22 chapter where the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is speaking about that, what without devotee association, you will not get anything. for that matter. 22:49 will start. Even 45 also very nice. See here, there is satsanga. Sadhu sanga Krishna bhakti shraddha jati hoye, bhakti phala prema hoye, sansara hoye khaya. So by associating with devotee, one awakens his faith in devotional service to Krishna. See, the devotional service seeds we can get or awakening that. Shravanadi Sujjasate Karya, Shravanadi Sujjasate, you cannot become here from Chai Wala, Pan Wala, Prabhupada say that. You have to go to devotees. Devotee. Because of devotional service, one dormant love for Krishna awakens. Thus one material condition of existence comes to the end. So devotional service is Prema Pumartha Mahan. Devotional service is very important. So see how Krishna also, the same thing Krishna also say that see highest thing is devotional service. In this verse it says that bhaktim labdhavata sadhava kim anyad avishyasate, that what more remains to be accomplished for the perfect devotee after achieving devotional service unto me. That means prema pumarthama, the highest achievement. Savai punsam paro dharma jato bhakti adokya. This is what like. But that bhakti how you can get? By hearing Shravan. The previous, I am going to reverse way. The previous verse is that he is telling that this 29, that it can be achieved by taye Shravanti gayanti anumodati chardam mat parasadadhanascha bhaktim binnanti temai. Bhaktim binnanti means active. That bhakti achieved by hearing and chanting. Whoever hears, chant, respectfully takes to the heart these topics about me, become faithfully dedicated to me, thus achieve my devotional bhaktim binnanti temai. Achieve devotional service. See, by hearing, chanting, devotional service has hearing. How hear and chant without sadhu sangha? Adau sraddha sadhu sangha bhajana kriya. Bhajana kriya means sarvana kirtana. So now the previous verses in reverse order, if you see, reverse order, Krishna said to Uddhava that this kind of hearing, chanting you cannot get from any Tom, Dick and Harry. Techu nitya mahabhaga mahabhagesu mat kataha. My katha only can be possible by devotee association, not otherwise. Sambhamanti tat nirmam justam prapunan prapunti agaham. So here Krishna says that the greatly fortunate Uddhava, in the association of such saintly devotee, there is a constant discussion of me. Those who are partaking in this chanting, hearing my glory, certainly purified of all sins. See, and comes to again devotee association, hearing process. Even it is stated by 5:12:12, in devotee association only, one can get all the things. No. In the association of devotee, this 5:12 also same thing. 5:12:12, 5:12:13, both are Rajapada Abhishekam. No. We are pure devotee. Who are pure devotee mentioned here? In an assembly of pure devotee, there is no question of discussing material subjects like politics, sociology. In an assembly of pure devotee, there is discussion only qualities, form, pastime of Supreme Personality of Godhead. His praise, worship with full attention. In association of pure devotee, by constantly hearing such topics respectfully, when a person who wants to merge into the existence of absolute truth, abandon this idea, gradually become attached to the service of Master. Whole Prabhupada design of this Hare Krishna movement is based on this association. Give an opportunity for the association of devotees. This is stated in two verses. Prabhupada whole Hare Krishna movement is based on these two verses actually. It is said that one should learn how to associate with devotee of the Lord by gathering with them to chant the glories of the Lord. This process is most purifying. As devotees that develop their loving friendship, they feel mutual happiness, satisfaction, and by thus encouraging one another, they are able to give up material sense gratification, which is the cause of all suffering. Not only the next verses is more very enlivening and enlightening. In these verses, the devotee of the Lord constantly discuss the glories of personality of Godhead among themselves. Thus, they constantly remember the Lord and remind one another of His quality and pastime. In this way, by their devotion to the principle of Bhakti Yoga, devotee please the personality of Godhead. See, Lord is not pleased by all other things. This is a discussion. Who takes away from them everything inauspicious. Being purified of all impediment, devotee awakens to pure love of Godhead. Thus, they even in this world, within this world, their spiritualized body exhibits symptom of transcendental ecstasy, such as standing of bodily hairs on the end. That means it gradually progress to the point of bhakti. Adau Shraddha, all the things. So by us discussing that pleases, the process is very pleasing. Therefore, Rupa Goswami has said that Adau Shraddha and all. He has already given a formula. Then then we come back to this verse, final 2-3 verses from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Here it is said that Mahatva Kripa Bina Kono Karma Bhakti Nahe Krishna Bhakti Dure Rahu Sansare Nahi Ikya. Unless one is favored by a pure devotee, one cannot attain the platform of devotional service. To say nothing Krishna Bhakti, one cannot even relieve from the bondage of material existence. What to speak of Bhakti, even more material bondage also you cannot get. Therefore, then again this Rahugana, this King Rahugana, without taking upon one head dust from the lotus feet of pure devotee Mahatma, one cannot attend devotional service. So devotional service is not possible to attend simply by undergoing severe austerity, penance, gorgeously worshipping the deity by strictly following. See, gorgeously worshipping the deity at the house also, you will have so many nice things, flower, profusely decorated. You cannot get regulation of sannyas, grahastha order, nor it is attained by stirring Vedas, submerging oneself in water, exposing oneself fire or scorching sunlight. See, you cannot get any other process than sadhu sangha. Krishna also say that it does not preach anything than sadhu sangha. This verse is there, I think 11, 12, 1. Bhagavan uvacha, yes. Na rodhoyate mam yogo na sankyam dharma evacha na sodhaya tapastyaga nesta puttam na dakkhina mratani jagyas chandamsi tirthani niyamayamaha jatha varunde satsanga sarva sango pahayma. See, Krishna said that all these things does not really please me. Supreme Personality of Godhead say, my dear Uddhava, by associating with my pure devotee, one can destroy one's attachment for all subject of material sense gratification. Such purifying association brings me under control of my devotees. See, one may perform Ashtanga Yoga system, engage in philosophical analysis element of material nature, that is Sankhya, practice non-violence, other ordinary principle of piety, chant the Vedas, perform penances, take to renounce order of life, execute sacrificial performance, dig wells, plant tree, perform other public welfare activities, give in charity, carry out severe vows, worship demigod, chant confidential mantra, visit holy place, or accept major and minor disciplinary injunction. But even by performing such activities, one does not bring me under this control. So Krishna has declared here only, final. So the final verses we can go. The Sadhu Sangha already we have learned that the 83 verses Krishna spoke that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke to the Sanatana Goswami that Krishna Bhakti Janma Mulya Hoye Sadhu Sangha, Krishna Prema Janme Tena Punha Mukhya Hanga. So here it is said that the root cause of devotional service to Lord Krishna is association with advanced devotee. Even one's dormant love for Krishna awakens, association of devotee is still most essential. See, not that I have come already for 5 years coming, I don't need devotee association, I know everything. No, still devotee association is essential. That is the thing. How important, how Gargantuan benefit, how paramount important the devotee association is. Even your advance, even your bhakti awakens, still association of devotee. All Bhagavatam, all the acharyas longing one thing, that we want association. Tadera charana sevi bhakta sane bas janameda. Therefore, Bhakti Vinod Thakur says, I do not want even a Brahma position, Kita, even I want an insect, but in association, in the house of devotee. What is that? They say that bhajana anukulya. So you can favorably, nicely do the bhajan with the sadhu sangha. Without that, we cannot. Shuddha Bhakti Charane. They say the Bhakti Vinod Thakur also has same thing substance is there. Shuddha Bhakti Charane Bhajana Anukulya. So this is the thing, that how important is sadhu sangha. So all this we can see that devotee association, Prahlad Maharaj, all these things they are asking, longing for that. Because without devotee association, same thing Rahugana is now today's verses 5, 13, 25. So 5, 13, 25, it is say that After receiving lesson from the great devotee Jadabharat, King Rahugana's state of sobriety become completely aware of constitutional position of the soul. First thing that we have to get the receiving the transcendental knowledge. And that is from the devotee only, because we cannot effect so many verses we have learned 7, 5, 30, 11, 22, 10, all the things 11, 22, sorry 11, 20 to 10, 11, 21, Madhya 21, 20, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, all the things. Then he thus gave up the bodily conception completely. My dear king, whoever takes shelter of the servant of the Lord is certainly glorified, because he can without difficulty give up the body. Gopi Vattu Pada Kamalaya Dasa Dasa. Mukunda Mala also MM4, and also other verses is saying same thing, like 25. So 25 is saying that Madjanma Palamidam Madhu Kaitavare Mada Prathaniya Mada Anugraha Seva Mada Tadvutya Vutta Paricharakam Vutta Vutta Vuttasya Vutta Itimam Maralokanatha. 7 times Vutta Vutta. See, here say that, O enemy of the Madhu Kaitava, O Lord of the universe, the perfection of my life, the most cherished mercy that you could show me would be for you to consider me servant of the servant of the servant of the servant. Servant of your servant. 7 times, very strikingly astonishing, no? Because so many times servant, because he knows the values of the servant of the servant. It's not that servant of the servant means material contest, oh, I am a servant of the servant, kind of demotion. But in spiritual context, it is most promotion, even more than God. God is under the control of Prabhupada. Somebody asked Prabhupada, I want to be God. No, I will make you more than that. What is that more than that? He showed that Yashoda Maya is going running after with a stick after Krishna. Who is God? Krishna. Why is fearing? So who is greater here? No, devotee is greater. Then I will make you devotee. so this is the time. So I think everything is done. I think last verse, if I remember, it is 11, 14, 19, where Krishna say, I would like to dust. What is that? Krishna is telling that through the dust of the things I want to purify it. This is the verse. 11, 14, 11, 14, 19. My dear Uddhava, just a blazing fire. No, 11, 14, 15. I think 15. No. Forget 11, 14, somewhere it says that Krishna says that Uddhava, that I want to cleanse the entire world by the dust of my pure devotee. 11, 14, 21. Eleven, 14. 11, 14. And he forgot 11, 14, somewhere it is there. 15 or 16. 11, 14, 16, it is said that with the dust of my devotees' lotus feet, I desire to purify the material world, which is situated within me. Thus, I always follow the footsteps of my pure devotee, who are free from all personal desire, wrapped in thought of my pastime, peaceful, without any feeling of enmity, and equal disposition everywhere. Period. That is the end. Krishna himself telling such a glorification to the pinnacle point of glorification about the position of pure devotees, about the association of pure devotees. What to speak about others? Lord himself asserted and categorically proclaimed. So thank you very much. Any question, any comment, anything to add? Anything to subtract? Thank you very much. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Nitai Gaur.